Jeff Palmero. I'm a distinguished fellow and a technical vice president.
Hi, I'm Christian Alfano-Nere, and I'm a senior site reliability engineer with Raymond James.
Our customers are the financial advisors. My responsibility at Raymond James is to build applications for those financial advisors and to make sure that they're well monitored. In order to actually quickly get those applications built, we have to go out to the marketplace and find open source software that helps us to ultimately build those applications.
It's always a balance between delivering software at a rapid pace while staying compliant and making sure that we are secure. Prior to using Dynatrace for OSS, we were actually just doing static analysis. And with static analysis, the issue is you have an overwhelming amount of vulnerabilities. We had about 15,000 vulnerabilities.
When we shifted to actually look to Dynatrace for that open source software vulnerability detection, we're able to reduce the number of high and critical vulnerabilities to 800, which is a much more manageable list. Adding the vulnerability detection was really just icing on the cake because we already were monitoring these critical applications, and now we're actually making them bulletproof. Dynatrace, and specifically the machine learning capability in Dynatrace called Davis, intimately understands our applications. It knows when something is acting anomalistically. It also discovers all the relationship between the software components. Davis is capable of actually identifying that we're having a problem and then pointing out the root cause.
Davis will pinpoint exactly where your problems are, not only in the operational sense, but in security now as well.
It reduces the mean time to recovery, right? Because it allows us to, instead of all the noise, we can actually focus on the signal and address the problem.
Before, Dynatrace was mainly just our APM tool, but because we actually expanded into AppSec, and because all this data is available on Grail, we can report up and down to any audience.
It's given us deep insight into the applications.
We want to expose it to many eyes as possible to really get ahead of these problems and be proactive instead of reactive.